We all need a little bit of kindness in our lives, and for one Bay Area native, completing 30 acts of kindness before the age of 30 is exactly how he's going to do that. Joining us now to discuss his mission to spread the positivity is founder Bryan.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to share more about my mission of kindness.
Yeah, so first and foremost, how did you come up with this idea of doing 30 acts of kindness before you turn 30 in February?
I know, I get that question a lot. So the idea came from a moment of self-reflection and a little bit of crisis. I had just turned 29 years old, and I was feeling a bit anxious about turning 30 and all the expectations that come with it. So what I decided to do to calm myself is that I took out a sheet of paper and I started to write down all the things that I was grateful for: family, friends, career, education. And as I was doing it, I came to the realization that every wonderful thing that has happened to me was thanks to the support and generosity of others. So right then and there, I decided I wanted to put that gratitude into action by doing acts of kindness in my community.
And you've already started doing some of these acts of kindness. You've helped some Bay Area teachers so far. Talk a little bit about that.
That's right. So far I have done two. I've helped our firefighters and our teachers. So when I embarked on this journey, I knew from the get-go that the focus of my acts would be on essential workers. They have gone above and beyond to keep this community moving, right? And yet essential workers don't always feel as appreciated as they should be. So as my way of showing appreciation, I decided I wanted to do acts of kindness for as many as possible. So for my first act, I made flan for firefighters in San Jose, California. And how I was able to pull that off was, at first, I had to get permission from the fire department and to see if I can actually give flan to every firefighter. Now, of course, they said, yes, we loved your donation, but they had some concerns. They're like, we have hundreds of firefighters and dozens of stations. Can you pull this off? Without hesitation, I said, absolutely, I'll figure it out. So when I realized I needed to make so many flans, I got in touch with a food delivery startup, and they graciously donated all the ingredients I needed to pull this off.
Wow.
So after
the butterfly effect.
Yeah, exactly. So after, must have been 2 full days of baking, I managed to make 400 individual flans, and I delivered them to 32 fire stations.
Wow.
And let me tell you, the firefighters were so appreciative of this act of sweet generosity. It was so funny. One firefighter, or actually a few of them, thought I was doing this for a job opportunity. But I told them, hey, no, this is a selfless act, and I wanted to do this to show my appreciation for what they do to keep the community safe.
And what about when you were helping assist some teachers in the Bay Area?
Yeah, so coming off that first act, it really gave me the encouragement to want to give back in a much bigger and a better way. And that led me to giving supply kits to teachers. And I wanted to give supply specifically when I came across this stat, that nationally teachers spend on average $750 out of pocket for essential school items. Wow. And that was the highest amount ever. So I wanted to do something about it. And what I did was I first reached out to many different school districts, and Oakland was the first to get back to me. And they told me, and it was perfect because they were actually going through some challenges at the time, and their middle school teachers were in need. So basically I coordinated with the school principals to understand what are basically the items I need to include. So think about like dry erase markers, paper towels, sticky notes. And then my plan was to reach out to companies that either manufactured the item or would purchase the items directly on behalf of the schools. So, man, after I probably sending hundreds of emails and holding must have been dozens of meetings for every animal shelter worker in San Francisco.
Every animal shelter worker?
Every animal shelter worker. They are really the unsung heroes who provide care and treatment for animals who are lost and abandoned. So I want to give these specific care packages to help promote, mental health, physical health, and all those things to get them through.
That's absolutely incredible. Well, how can people reach you? Is there any way people can assist?
Yeah, so I'm documenting my journey on my Instagram, 30 Acts by 30. I really kind of show you behind the scenes because my goal here is to inspire others to make a difference in their communities, one act of kindness at a time. Now, of course, it's good to start small, but I want to prove that individuals can do big acts of kindness, right? It isn't reserved for large corporations or nonprofits.
Yeah.
All it really takes is some time, determination, and you'd be surprised about the impact you can make.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. We're going to end on that wonderful note here. Thank you so much, Bryan, for joining us here on Live in the Bay. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
To follow along with